The phone buzzed on the nightstand, shattering the fragile silence of my apartment. It was 2 a.m., and the caller ID flashed Alex. My heart plummeted. I hadn't spoken to him since that night, the one where everything unraveled in a haze of whiskey and unspoken truths. I picked up, my voice barely a whisper. "Alex? What's wrong?" His breath came in ragged bursts on the other end. "Ethan, I can't do this anymore. Meet me at the old bridge. Now." I threw on a jacket and raced out into the chilly New York night, my mind replaying that fateful evening 2 weeks ago. We'd been best friends since college, inseparable through late-night study sessions and weekend hikes in the Catskills. Alex was the golden boy, tall, athletic, with a smile that could light up a room. Me? I was the quiet one, the artist who sketched emotions I could never voice. But I'd always known my feelings ran deeper. I pretended to be the sensitive type because I saw how he gravitated toward vulnerability in others. He dated girls who cried at movies, who shared their fears openly. So I amplified my own softness, sharing poems I'd written, confessing fabricated insecurities, all to keep him close. Why? Because admitting I was gay, that I loved him, would risk everything. My family back in Texas was conservative, the kind who quoted Bible verses at dinner and expected grandkids. Coming out meant exile. And society? In our circle of finance bros and startup hustlers, being different was a liability. I told myself it was harmless until that party. We'd been drinking, celebrating his promotion at the bank. The room spun, laughter echoed, and in a moment of liquid courage, I leaned in. "Alex, I have to tell you something. I've loved you for years. Not as a friend. More." His eyes widened, the beer bottle slipping from his hand. "Ethan, what? You're joking, right?" The silence that followed was deafening. I stumbled back, the weight of my words crashing down. He left without another word, and our friendship fractured. Now, under the dim streetlights by the Brooklyn Bridge, Alex paced like a caged animal. His usually neat hair was disheveled, eyes red-rimmed. "You ruined everything," he spat as I approached. "Do you know what you've done?" I stopped short, the cold wind whipping around us. "Alex, I didn't mean." "Didn't mean what? To confess you're gay? To make me question everything?" He ran a hand through his hair, his voice cracking. "My girlfriend broke up with me. She thinks there's something between us. My parents. God. If they find out I even have a friend like you." The accusation stung. "A friend like me? What's that supposed to mean?" "You know damn well. In our world, this isn't normal. People talk. At work, they're whispering. I could lose my job, my reputation." Inside, a storm raged. How dare he reduce me to a scandal? But deeper, guilt gnawed. Had I been selfish? Pretending to be extra sensitive to draw him in, knowing his type, had that manipulated him? My mind screamed. "You did this to yourself, Ethan. You built a lie to hide your truth, and now it's collapsing." "I thought you were different," I said softly. "I thought our friendship was real." He laughed bitterly. "It was until you made it weird. Why couldn't you just keep it to yourself?" "Because keeping it in was killing me." I wanted to shout. The pressure from my family, the societal stares. I'd internalized it all, twisting myself into someone palatable. But the cost? This moment, watching my best friend unravel because of me. We stood there, the river murmuring below. "What do you want from me?" I finally asked. "I want it to go away," he muttered. "But it won't. You've changed how I see myself." His words hung heavy. Changed how he saw himself? Was there a flicker of something more? Or was it just confusion? My heart raced with hope and dread. As dawn crept in, he turned away. "I need time, Ethan. Don't call me." Walking home, regret flooded me. Why had I confessed? The alcohol was an excuse. The truth was I couldn't pretend anymore. But at what price? Our bond, his stability, shattered. And my own heart, exposed and bleeding. Days blurred into a haze. I avoided our mutual friends. Dodged calls from my sister who sensed something off. Internally, I battled. Was loving him wrong? Society said yes, family echoed it. but my soul screamed no. Then, a text from Alex. Meet at the coffee shop. We need to talk. My pulse quickened. Redemption, or final rejection. I arrived early, ordering black coffee to steady my nerves. He slid into the booth, looking haunted. I've been thinking, he said, about us, about what you said. Hope flickered. And, I'm not gay, Ethan, but care about you more than I should. The admission hit like a punch. Care? What did that mean? My mind whirled. Is this reciprocation or pity? Have I pulled him into my chaos? We talked for hours, skirting the edges of truth. He confessed his family's expectations, marry well, climb the ladder. Anything else was failure. I feel trapped, he admitted. Your confession. It made me see my own cages. Sympathy warred with frustration. So now what? I don't know. But I don't want to lose you. Leaving the shop, uncertainty loomed. Was this the start of something? Or just prolonged pain? Back home, I stared at the ceiling. Pretending had gotten me here. Close, but not honest. Now the real test began. The weeks following our coffee shop talk were a minefield of tentative steps and unspoken tensions. Alex and I met sporadically, always in public places, as if privacy might ignite the spark we both feared. He'd text late at night, can't sleep, thinking about what you said. I'd reply carefully, my heart pounding, wondering if this was progress or torture. Inside, my thoughts churned relentlessly. Why did I keep pushing? Was it love or desperation to not be alone in my identity? Family calls from Texas amplified the doubt. When are you bringing home a nice girl? My mom would ask, her voice laced with expectation. I mumbled excuses, feeling the noose tighten. Society's gaze felt heavier too. News headlines about anti-LGBT bills in states like mine. Friends casually dropping slurs and jokes. I internalized it all, questioning if my feelings were a flaw to fix. One evening, we grabbed beers at a quiet bar in Manhattan. Alex seemed edgier, his fingers drumming the table. I've been seeing a therapist, he confessed abruptly. I nearly choked on my drink. Really? Why? Because of you. This mess. He avoided my eyes. She says I might be repressing something. The words ignited a firestorm in my mind. Repressing? Did that mean he felt it too? But doubt crept in. Am I forcing this? Manipulating him with my vulnerability just like before? What if she's right? I ventured. He shrugged, but his jaw tightened. My dad would disown me. He's already pressuring me about settling down. And at work, God, the guys would never let it go. I nodded, empathy clashing with resentment. I know that pressure. My parents think being gay is a choice, a sin. We sat in heavy silence. Then, he reached across the table, his hand brushing mine. Electric. Intentional? I don't know what I am, he whispered. But with you it feels right sometimes. My breath caught, right? But at what cost? Pulling him from his straight life felt like betrayal. That night, alone, guilt consumed me. You've dragged him into your world, Ethan. He was happy before. Now confusion rules him. Is love worth this destruction? Our meetings intensified. A walk in Central Park turned confessional. I kissed a guy once in college, Alex admitted, staring at the ground. Drunk dare. But I liked it more than I admitted. Shock rippled through me. Why didn't you say? Because it scared me. Still does. My heart ached for him. For us. But internally, this is real. Or is it my wishful thinking clouding judgment? Then, the first crack our friend group noticed. At a barbecue, Jake pulled me aside. What's up with you and Alex? You two are weird lately. Panic surged. Nothing. Just hanging out. He smirked. Sure. But if it's what I think, careful. Not everyone here's cool with that. The warning echoed society's underbelly. Acceptance on the surface, judgment beneath. I confronted Alex later. People are talking. This could blow up. He paled. Shit. My job. I can't risk it. So what? We stop. No. he said fiercely. I need to figure this out. But his words rang hollow. Inside, I screamed, you're using me as an experiment. And I'm letting you. Because I love you. The tension peaked at his apartment one night. We'd been watching a movie, the air thick with unspoken desire. He turned to me. Ethan, kiss me. Just to see. My mind exploded. Is this consent or curiosity? Wrong or right? But I leaned in, our lips meeting softly. It was fireworks for me. For him? He pulled back, eyes wide. That felt good. Joy surged, but doubt followed. What if he's just confused? Am I the villain here taking advantage? Post-kiss, he distanced himself. Text slowed. I agonized. Did I push too far? The moral quandary tore at me. Was pursuing this ethical when his world could crumble? A call from my sister heightened the stakes. Mom's worried about you. Says you're distant. Everything okay? I lied, but inside. If they knew, I'd lose them. Just like Alex might lose his. Then, Alex's message. We need to talk. It's important. Dread filled me. Breakthrough or breakup. We met at a diner. He looked resolved. I've decided. I want to try this. Us. Elation warred with fear. Really? Yes, but secretly. No one can know. The condition stung. Hiding? Like I was a dirty secret? But I agreed, desperate. Internally. This is compromise or cowardice. The drama deepened. Emotions rawer. As we navigated this hidden world, betrayals loomed. How long before cracks showed? Hiding our relationship amplified every emotion, turning whispers into screams in my head. Alex and I stole moments. A quick lunch in a forgotten corner of the city. Late-night drives upstate where no one knew us. But the secrecy gnawed, a constant reminder of the world's disapproval. Internally, conflict raged fiercer. Was I complicit in his denial? Every time he checked over his shoulder before holding my hand, shame flooded me. You've reduced your love to shadows, Ethan. Is this what you wanted? My family's voice echoed in my mind. Dad's lectures on traditional values. Mom's prayers for my happiness in a straight mold. Coming out to them now? Impossible. It would confirm their fears, sever ties. Society's weight pressed harder too. A colleague at my graphic design firm made a homophobic joke during lunch. Laughter followed. I smiled weakly, dying inside. How could I fight for us when I couldn't fight for myself? Alex struggled more visibly. My boss invited me to a family barbecue. He confided one night in my apartment. Wants me to bring a date. What do I say? Tell him you're single, I replied, bitterness creeping in. He sighed. This sucks. I feel like a liar. You are. I snapped, regret instant. We both are. The argument escalated. You think I want this? He yelled. I'm risking everything for you. For me? Or for your curiosity? My voice trembled. Admit it, you're scared to be seen with me. He stormed out, leaving me in turmoil. Alone, thoughts assaulted. He's right. You're the one who started this with your pretense. Now, you're paying the price, his resentment, your isolation. Reconciliation came via text. Sorry. Meet me tomorrow? We did, at a quiet bookstore in Greenwich Village. He looked exhausted. I told my sister about us. Shock hit. What? Why? Because I love you, Ethan. I think. The words were a bomb and a blade. Love? But qualified? My heart soared, then plummeted. Internally. Is this real or forced? Have I coerced him with my persistence? Her reaction was mixed, supportive but worried. She said Dad would freak, Alex admitted. Empathy surged, but so did doubt. And you? Are you ready for that? Not yet, he whispered. The moral maze deepened. Hiding betrayed our authenticity. Revealing could destroy lives. What was the right choice? Tension built at a mutual friend's wedding. We attended separately, but stolen glances ignited rumors. Later, in the parking lot, Alex pulled me into his car. This is torture, he said, kissing me fiercely. But post-kiss, reality intruded. Someone saw us, he panicked. Paranoia set in. He canceled plans, grew distant. I confronted him at his office after hours. What's going on? You're pulling away.
I'm scared. Okay.
My promotion's on the line. If word gets out. So I'm a risk? Hurt laced my words. You're everything, he countered. But the world isn't ready. Inside, rage boiled. The world? Or you? My own fears mirrored his losing family, friends. But I pushed. We can't live like this forever. The fight was brutal. Accusations flew, me of impatience, him of cowardice. He left angry, me in tears. Alone, self-doubt consumed. Was starting this selfish? The damage, his career stress, my emotional wreckage. Betrayal felt imminent. Then the bomb. A call from Jake. Dude, Alex is dating Sarah again. Saw them at dinner. Devastation hit. Betrayed? I texted Alex. Is it true? His reply, we need to talk. Now. We met in a park, rain pouring. He looked guilty. It's a cover. To stop rumors. A cover. I exploded. You're using her? It's temporary, he pleaded. To protect us. But inside, this is betrayal. You're sacrificing integrity for safety. And dragging others in. The argument peaked. How could you? I shouted. Because I have to, he yelled back. You don't get it, my family's conservative. Society judges. I can't lose it all. You already have, I said, walking away. Heartbroken, I questioned everything. Was love worth this pain? The ethical dilemmas piled. Deception, manipulation, sacrifice. Days later, he showed up at my door, soaked. I ended it with her. I choose you. Relief mixed with wariness. But at what cost? Whatever it takes, he vowed. As we embraced, emotions intensified. Hope, fear, love. But the storm brewed stronger. Choosing each other openly was a declaration of war against our worlds. Alex came out to his close friends first, testing waters. Reactions varied, support from some, awkward silence from others. One guy even stopped inviting him to games. It's not you, he claimed, but we knew. Internally, my turmoil peaked. Watching him lose pieces of his life gutted me. Is this my fault? My initial pretense, faking sensitivity to lure him, now felt like the original sin. I'd set this domino fall. Guilt whispered. You manipulated the start. Now bear the consequences. Family confrontations loomed. I called home, voice shaking. Mom, Dad, I'm gay. And I'm with someone. Silence, then explosion. Dad, this is a phase. Come home. We'll fix it. Mom cried. What will the church say? Their rejection pierced. You're choosing sin, Dad said before hanging up. Tears flowed. Inside. They raised me. Now they discard me? Society's echo. Bills banning gay rights. Hate crimes in the news. Amplified the isolation. Was authenticity worth exile? Alex faced worse. His father, a stern military vet, cut him off financially. No son of mine lives like that. At dinner, Alex broke down. He said, I'm a disappointment, after all I've achieved. I held him, but doubt raged. Have I ruined him? Love shouldn't cost this much. Moral conflicts intensified. A work event forced choices. Bring Alex or hide. He insisted. I'm coming. No more secrets. But whispers followed. His boss pulled him aside. Personal life affecting performance?
Promotion stalled.
Alex raged later. This is bullshit. Why can't we just be? Because the world sees us as threats, I replied, weary. Inside, fight or flee. The damage accumulated, lost friends, strained careers. Then, betrayal struck deeper. I discovered Alex had confided in an ex, seeking advice. She twisted it, spreading rumors online. Our circle erupted. Why her? I demanded. I needed perspective, he said defensively. From someone who hates me? Hurt boiled over. The fight was vicious. You're still ashamed, I accused. And you're pushing too hard, he shot back. We separated for days, agony pure. Alone. Reflections tormented. Was our love built on sand? My pretense, his hesitation, flaws exposed. Reunion came tearfully. I can't lose you, he said. But scars lingered. Society's pressure mounted. A protest against gay marriage bans turned violent. We attended, fear gripping us. Home, Alex confessed. Sometimes I wonder if this is worth it. The words shattered. Then leave, I said, voice breaking. He didn't. Instead, no, I love you. Emotions raw, we clung tighter. But the toll? Immense. Family rifts widened. My sister mediated, but parents remained staunch. A turning point. Alex's mom reached out secretly. I don't understand, but I love you. Glimmer of hope. But Dad? Silent. My own family mirrored, sporadic calls, judgmental. As conflicts peaked, a crisis hit. Alex's job fired him, citing restructuring. We knew better. Devastated, he blamed me indirectly. If we'd stayed hidden, resentment flared. So regret us? No, he whispered. Just the pain. Internally. The price of truth, jobs, family, peace. Was it moral to persist? We moved forward, supporting each other. But emotions deepened, wounds festering. Finally, a heated argument exploded all. I can't take this anymore, Alex yelled. The constant fight. Then what? I cried. I need space, he said, leaving. Alone, despair consumed. Had love become destruction? The ethical quandary. Sacrifice self for other or fight on? Days later, he returned, resolute. We end this, or we fight together. We chose fight, but at what ultimate cost? The decision to fight together forged us in fire, but the battles only intensified, each one stripping away illusions until only raw truth remained. Alex dove into job hunts, facing rejections laced with subtle bias. We're an inclusive firm, they'd say, but the offers never came. Watching him deflate after interviews tore at my soul. This is the price, Ethan, your love demanded his sacrifice. Guilt became a constant companion, whispering that my initial deception had poisoned everything from the start. Family wounds festered deeper. My parents sent letters, Bible quotes, pleas to repent. I read them alone, tears blurring ink. How can blood turn so cold? Society's mirror reflected back. Pride parades met with counterprotests, online trolls spewing hate. We attended therapy together, unpacking layers. You're both grieving lost lives, the counselor said. But inside, I grieved the man Alex was before me. Carefree, assured. Had I stolen that? Moral reckonings hit hardest during quiet nights. Alex confessed. Sometimes I resent you for pulling me out. The admission gutted. Then why stay? Because leaving hurts more, he replied, eyes glistening. Love's paradox. Beautiful, brutal. We navigated betrayals. Friends who ghosted, relatives who shunned. Alex's sister hosted us secretly. Warmth amid ice. But an ultimate crisis loomed. My firm offered a promotion, relocate to San Francisco, more accepting. Take it, Alex urged. I'll follow. Doubt surged. Uproot him again? Ethical? What about your roots? Screw them, he said fiercely. You're my future. Packing boxes, emotions overwhelmed. Hope clashed with fear. New city, fresh start, but old scars traveled. En route, we stopped in Chicago. Over dinner, Alex proposed informally. Marry me someday? Joy exploded, but reality intruded. With laws changing, families opposing. We'll fight, he vowed. Arriving in SF, adjustment was rocky. Alex landed a job, but isolation hit. No family holidays, we created our own. Then, the final blow, my dad had a heart attack. Rushing home, I faced him in the hospital. Why? He whispered. Because I love him, I said, voice steady. He turned away. Mom hugged me tearfully. We miss you, but no acceptance. Returning, I broke. Was it worth it? I sobbed to Alex. He held me. Look at us, we're free. Free? At the cost of everything? Internally, the storm peaked. Sacrifices, betrayals, awakenings. We'd traded security for authenticity, but the pain lingered. Months later, stability emerged. Alex thrived in a progressive firm I designed for LGBT causes. We built a chosen family, friends who celebrated us. Yet reflections haunted. That initial pretense, faking sensitivity to win him, now seemed a catalyst for growth or destruction. We'd confronted prejudices, mended somewhat with siblings, but parents remained distant. One evening, watching the sunset over the bay, Alex said, "I wouldn't change it. The pain made us real." Tears fell. Real, yes, but at what ethical price? Deceptions unraveled, choices debated. Our story, fraught with drama, ended not in resolution, but awakening. We chose love amid chaos, paying dearly. But was it right to pursue a love that demanded such profound sacrifices from both sides?